They love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium down near the Inner Harbor of Baltimore. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Well, this defense for the Ravens, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
On third down, Lawrence. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Odafe coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up fourth. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. On the return is Pettis. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go play action now. Jackson. And this is going to be home in by the tight end Andrews. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Lawrence. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
1st and 10. It's Dobbins. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Here's Jackson to throw. Got some real estate inside the 30. And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a 1st down, and he gives himself up there at the end.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins, and he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. A pitch comes to Dobbins. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll run. This is Gus Edwards. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Miles Jack there to make the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's a give to Dobbins. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Play action. Now Jackson. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Tucker's kick is good, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. He
rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Ravens are going to take over here up near the 40. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he's brought down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
On first down, Dobbins, and down to the 36-yard line here. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 43 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football out of the backfield? To be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Open space inside the 10. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. They'll run with Dobbins. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Bateman going to get it now on the jet sweep. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And the Jaguars are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a give to Etienne. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following the 7-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow. Yeah,
will they make up for it? Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff for Dobbins. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now Dobbins. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now a carry for Dobbins, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 to the 34.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Mike's 4-2, Mike's 4-2. Watch the run, watch the run. Mike's 42.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Flush to his right. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Come on, we changed it. Go ahead. Watch the screen.
This time, Jackson will throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Silver. I'm going to come back to you.
Now it's Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more.
And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that is incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
To throw again on second down. Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
He'll get this off to Etienne. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
He'll drop this one off with Etienne. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Lawrence. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 20-yard line. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. The quick slant caught. Touchdown! Cortland Sutton, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jaguars are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will shrink to 6. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv act there, good for 9. And now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Another run here with Dobbins. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 66 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. So that one a disaster, a big loss there with second down coming up. Jackson, option right, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on third down.
Mike's 4-2, Mike's 4-2. Let's go. Hey. Let's go. Mike's 40. Hey, come on. 42. Here we go. 42's Mike. 42's Mike. Pick it up.
Jackson now. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Jaguars go on offense first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half. Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. Now Lawrence to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. On play action. Lawrence. Flushed out right. Connection made with Chenault. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. On second down, a run with Etienne. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. On first down, right back to Etienne. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 47 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
A handoff for Etienne. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence. Touchdown, Jaguars! DJ Chark, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from taking the lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Now that is off the left upright. It's no good. All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Play action. It's Jackson. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Devon Hamilton coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. To throw is Jackson. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Clock showing 90 seconds to go in the 3rd. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. From the gun on third down, Lawrence. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Arnold. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And they'll run here with ETN. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Lawrence, now this is ETN on the draw. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And his kick is indeed good. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Dante Pettis now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
They'll go again with Dobbins. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Sam Cook now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Agnew now to return. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it, and he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
Shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they have to try and move past that pick six because now they're dealing with a fourth quarter deficit, and they need this drive to end in points. Incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now Lawrence finds the open target, Arnold. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8. And that's complete ETN out of the backfield. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Looking downfield for Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Anthony Averett picks it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Tucker now for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Pretty good first down play. Keeps them ahead of schedule, as they say.
And ostensibly, they could go right back to it because there are multiple options on this play. Handed inside, quarterback tucks it and keeps it, quarterback throws the ball downfield. You should be able to react to the defense and have an option available on every snap.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Now Lawrence. He completes it to Jones. And he is going to have a Jags first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now Lawrence on first down. Caught on the right side by Jones. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Lawrence will throw. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play that time for Jacksonville. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They're running the jet sweep with Jones. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And some room to work. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. 121 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And they'll try the jet sweep here. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it. And you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on 1st down puts them back on their heels.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look.
Mike 42, check, Mike 42. Got you, boy. I got you, boy.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. This officially a 55-yard attempt. has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Ravens,